was actually just a small snippet of things, and that's why I have chosen to write a book. I'm fully aware that I've got to obviously answer people's questions, and I don't shy away from anything that I have done, but there's a lot more to the book than that story. And actually, as much as it's something that happened a long time ago, I'm reminded on a daily basis of something that I used to do. And
because people ask you questions about it.
People ask me questions.
That's what you're known for.
And I'm on social media, which, you know, it's my prerogative that I'm on social media. But when someone reminds you of something on a daily basis, there's not 24 hours that goes by without something being mentioned about him, or, you know...
Him being Wayne Rooney.
Yeah, and also, you know, I was also on Big Brother and things like that, so things like that get said to me. So that's another reason why I've written the book. There's various reasons as to why I've written the book, and like I said, anyone that's read it can see that that's so insignificant, it's just a small part.
What is quite a big part of your life, it seems to me from reading the book, is that you describe being treated horribly by various men in your life, whether it's boyfriends, relatives, friends, whatever.
Yeah.
Is that relevant, do you think, to you becoming an escort or not?
Well, funnily enough, since writing the book, I think I was in denial a long time. And then when I started to write the book, it became almost therapeutic, and I started to realise certain things had implications, and certain things have led on to me doing certain things. I'm not
so there is a link?
Yeah, of course. I think now that I'm a lot older, and I look back at what I was doing, I kind of was so headstrong, I was so cold, like in the heart and in the mind. I was like really robotic, and I almost I was searching for something. I was searching for any bit of attention, which, you know, it's not nice to admit, but it was from males that were paying me attention and paying me money for my attention, because I'd never had positive attention before. So when someone, granted they're paying you for it, when someone's being nice to you, talking to you as opposed to talking at you, it became quite addictive. At the time I had no idea I was searching for that, but as I've got older, I've thought it all kind of fits together, like it makes sense.
The Mail on Sunday reported that Colleen Rooney rang you to ask you to stop talking about you sleeping with Wayne Rooney to publicise your book. Did she? No,
she's not rang me at all, and I wish someone would ring her and tell her that the book is like nothing really to do with her or her husband. I've always said that I never set out to hurt her, and, you know, I still stick by my apology, you know, that still stands, but I have a right to tell my side of the story, and at the end of the day, her husband hasn't been dragged through the mud for the last 10 years and hasn't been tarnished. You know, he kind of got off lightly, like a lot of men do, hence the name of my book. And it's something that I've had to live with, and probably will live with for the rest of my life. We're 10 years on, and I'm still reminded about it. So the thing with me was, like, I kind of thought the public are very quick to say things, and it's fine for the public to remind me daily of what I did. But then I put pen to paper, and it's like, why are you dragging it up? And it's like, well, I'm not dragging it up. I'm reminded about it all the time, so I'm entitled to tell my version of events and also open up about various other things. Like, I haven't left there's literally not a stone left unturned, so.
When I talked to you when I worked on Radio 5 Live back in 2011, you told me then that one day you would tell your son, who was age 7 then, the truth.
Yeah.
He's now?
He's nearly 16 now.
He's nearly 16.
Yeah.
Have you?
I have, yeah. I told him a couple of years ago, which was just a horrible build-up.
What did you say to him about Wayne Rooney?
Well, I told him that, first of all, that I'd been on dates with people that I shouldn't have been on dates with, that I'd gone out on dinner dates with people that I shouldn't necessarily have been seeing, and that, you know, people might be nasty to him because of this. This was when he was younger, obviously. He's got older, and I've told him. I told him what I did. I told him that I did a job that I shouldn't have done, but I didn't realised it would get out. It wasn't ever meant to get out. And because of something I did, I've hurt people along the way, including him. And
how did he
was
react?
just so resilient towards it. He came back with the best reaction I could have wished for. I said, people might be really, really nasty to you and say really nasty things about me. And he just said, well, if anyone says anything to me, I'll just say, if you've got a problem with my mum, take it up with her, not me. And I was just like, I couldn't wish is the wrong word, but
I know what you mean.
For such a horrible, nasty, like, not a very nice conversation and topic, it couldn't have gone any better for something that wasn't very pleasant.
And has your son experienced any name calling or verbal abuse because of your actions?
He's got a really strong group of friends. If I've drilled anything into him, like, I wouldn't have been able to have gotten through anything that I've got through without having strong friends, and having very close friends. And I've drilled that into him that, you know, having very good friends is important. And he's always had that. He's always had the same group of friends that, of course, people have said things. It's more like jibes, really.
Like what?
But he's just, obviously, like what I used to do. People have said comments to him when he's been playing football about, obviously, Wayne Rooney and stuff like that. But he's just like, I've asked him and he tells me and he just laughs and he just goes, I'm not really bothered. It just makes them weird, like, why they bothered about you.
Yeah.
Just quite a typical teenage reaction.
There, I mean, apart from Wayne Rooney, in the book you haven't named any of the men who paid you for your escort services. There is a super injunction still in place, taken out by an actor who paid you to sleep with him. It means he can't be named, his privacy is protected, although obviously there's speculation online. Despite that speculation, would you say that that super injunction broadly has worked for that man?
Not necessarily, no, because it still brought attention to him, and had he kind of, well, obviously he's not going to come to me personally, but we all knew what Max Clifford was capable of. I didn't at the time because I wasn't media savvy at all at the time. And had his legal team come to me first and asked what my intentions were, I could have saved him a lot of money and he wouldn't, no one would ever have even known about him. But unfortunately, he took Max Clifford's advice, and I got shafted, and he's kind of been shafted still, because it's still, people can still get access to it.
You aren't allowed to name him, you aren't allowed to breach that, you'd be breaking the law. Do you
want to?
I was going to ask you, do you want to name
That was what was so annoying about it. I was like, I wouldn't want anyone to know about it. It was bad enough that people knew about Wayne Rooney without, you know...
Do you have any bitterness towards him?
I have a bit of bitterness towards him now I've got a bit older, because the whole kiss and tell label, this is another reason why I've done the book, because someone put a review actually the other day, well, there's only one story in it, so we already knew about that. Why would I do a kiss and tell and completely defeat everything that I'm against? I'm against girls that go out and sleep with men and then wake up the next morning and ring the papers. I'm against it. So I'm not going to write a book and start rhyming off men that have basically never done anything to me. So yeah, going back to what you said about bitterness, of course there's some element of bitterness there, because I just think, why did you not just like get someone to come and speak to me first and ask me what my intention was, instead of listening to someone like Max Clifford, who basically made all his money through screwing people over, including me and him.
Thank you very much, Helen.
Thank you
for having me. The book is called A Man's World and it is out now. Thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you for having me.
No worries. BBC Newsroom Live is next. Thank you very much for watching today.